In the wake of Avengers, Endgame and the multiverse-shattering events of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, a compelling theory suggests the next catastrophe won't be a universal extinction event, but a total reality rewrite. A doomsday orchestrated not by Kang, but by the genius of Dr. Strange. Doom. This narrative centers on resurrection, manipulation, and redemption, with three key figures at its heart: Tony Stark, Wanda Maximoff, and Victor Von Doom. Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, was last seen under the ruins of Mount Wundagore. The absence of a body and a final crimson surge of power strongly hint she is not gone, but transformed. As a Nexus being, she anchors the multiverse, her power tied to chaos magic, a force so ancient that even the Darkhold was merely a channel for it. Enter Dr. Doom. In the comics, Doom is a unique fusion of super genius and master sorcerer, capable of navigating both multiversal science and chaos magic. This makes him the one character who can find a broken Wanda and manipulate her grief. A classic comic arc, Avengers: The Children's Crusade, sees Wanda suffering from amnesia. Under Doom's protection in Latveria, he doesn't protect her out of kindness, but because he sees in her a power that could reshape reality. Adapted for the MCU, this arc could see a post-multiverse of madness Wanda, lost in her guilt, found and molded by Doom. His ultimate goal isn't traditional conquest, it's to rewrite the very concept of power by creating a new, ordered reality. To achieve this, he needs a Trinity: the ultimate magician, Wanda, the ultimate scientist, Tony Stark, and himself as the fusion of both. This is where the theory gets shocking. The multiverse makes anything possible, including variants. Doom could locate a broken Tony Stark from a universe destroyed by incursions. A Tony who has lost everything and no longer believes in heroism but in control. Using Wanda's chaos magic and his own scientific genius, Doom could reconstruct this variant, perhaps by infusing it with the memories of the MCU's Tony from an AI backup, a concept hinted at in Spider-Man, Far From Home, and What If. This resurrected Tony would not be the hero we remember. He would be a dangerous figure with a god complex, working alongside Wanda and Doom. Their goal would be to collapse all fractured realities into one cohesive world, Doom's world. This purification is what the theory posits as the Doomsday event. The emotional weight for the scattered Avengers would be catastrophic. Seeing their fallen allies, Wanda and Tony, reprogrammed into architects of the universe's end would create a Shakespearean tragedy. Wanda isn't a villain, she's a mother offered a world where her children exist. Tony isn't evil, he's a man manipulated into a new ideology. And Doom is terrifying because he genuinely believes he is saving the multiverse from itself. This setup fits perfectly with the confirmed Secret Wars adaptation, where Doom often creates a battle world from the fragments of broken realities. Theory 2. Dr. Doom is a Tony Stark variant. What if the real villain of the Marvel Cinematic Universe was Tony Stark all along? This theory posits that Tony Stark and Dr. Doom are not just similar, but that Tony could literally become Victor Von Doom. The parallels between the two characters are striking. Both are genius inventors, arrogant, and believe they can solve the world's problems through control. Tony's need for control is a recurring theme. He created Ultron as a global peacekeeping force, championed the Sokovia Accords for government oversight, and in Infinity War was willing to make the hard choice to save the universe. This mirrors Doom's core belief that the world would be better off under his absolute rule. Their origins also share dark similarities. Doom's turning point came from an experiment that went horribly wrong because he ignored safety protocols. This is identical to Tony's arc in Iron Man 2, where he continues using the arc reactor despite knowing it is poisoning him. Both men are constantly reminded of their mistakes and double down with technology to fix them, their humanity fading behind their armor. Visually, the evolution of Tony's suit from a life-saving device to a godlike shell in Endgame mirrors Doom's armor, which becomes a symbol of his self-imposed prison and loss of humanity. Doom hides his scarred face behind a metal mask, Tony hides his emotional scars behind a technological one. The theory suggests Marvel has planted clues for this twist. Tony's companies have acquired mineral rights in Eastern Europe, the fictional location of Latveria. His technology consistently falls into the wrong hands, from Vulture to Mysterio, as if he left behind a blueprint for villainy. A scene in Infinity War where Tony briefly uses one of Doctor Strange's magical shields is seen as a nod to Doom's mastery of both science and sorcery. With Robert Downey Jr. reportedly returning to the MCU as Doctor Doom, the ultimate twist would be Doom removing his mask to reveal Tony's face. In the Secret Wars comic storyline, Doom becomes God Emperor Doom, ruler of a patchwork multiverse, a destiny that fits a Tony Stark pushed to his absolute limit. This theory suggests that "I am Iron Man" was not a statement of heroism, but a warning that his vision for a controlled world would endure. Theory 3. Tony Stark is still alive and Iron Man 4 is coming. Despite Tony Stark's sacrificial death in Endgame, the desire for more stories led by the character remains strong, fueling theories of his return, potentially in Iron Man 4. The argument for another film is rooted in the character's narrative gaps. Between Iron Man 3 and Endgame, 14 movies were released, yet Tony's solo adventures were limited. A film set before Infinity War could have beautifully bridged his personal journey with the coming cosmic threat. It could have explored the development of his nanotech bleeding-edge armor and given a proper origin for Pepper Potts' rescue suit, rather than introducing it with little explanation in Endgame. While Robert Downey Jr.'s return as the main timeline's Tony seems unlikely, the multiverse provides a perfect narrative device. Rumors have persisted for years that Tom Cruise was considered for the role of Iron Man and could play a variant in upcoming films like Avengers: Secret Wars. This would allow for a fresh take on the character without undoing RDJ's iconic performance. Furthermore, an Iron Man 4 or spiritual successor could address one of the MCU's perceived weaknesses: the quality of Iron Man's villains. After the strong start with Obadiah Stane, his rogues gallery included underwhelming foes like Whiplash and the Fake Mandarin. A new film could finally introduce classic comic antagonists like the real Crimson Dynamo or Ezekiel Stane, Obadiah's son, creating a compelling generational conflict. It could also explore the story of Arno Stark, Tony's long-lost brother from the comics, who becomes a twisted version of Iron Man. While a direct sequel is improbable, the legacy is being carried forward through projects like Armor Wars, focusing on James Rhodes, and Ironheart, starring Riri Williams. Her upcoming series will see her grappling with Tony's legacy, partnering with, and then fighting against, a magic-wielding villain, a dynamic Tony never faced, offering a new direction for the Iron Man mythos. Theory 4. Dr. Toctor, Doom's Multiversal Army and the Fall of Earth 616. This theory presents a grand saga where Dr. Doom masterminds the MCU's downfall by assembling a multiversal army of corrupted Avengers, leading directly into Secret Wars. Doom's plan is one of sinister manipulation. Instead of invading with a generic army, he recruits variant versions of fallen heroes from other universes, specifically, a Tony Stark who survived his Thanos, a Captain America who never aged, and a Wanda Maximoff consumed by grief at the peak of her Scarlet Witch power. These are not illusions, they are real, alternate versions of the heroes, scarred by their own world's tragedies. Doom, a master manipulator, preys on their deepest desires. He offers Tony a chance to build a perfect, ordered reality, telling him his sacrifice was meaningless in a chaotic universe. He convinces Captain America that Earth 616 has abandoned its values and needs to be reset. To Wanda, he offers the ultimate temptation, a way to reunite with her children, Billy and Tommy. United under Doom's banner, this twisted team launches Avengers Doomsday, an invasion of Earth 616 led by its own greatest heroes. The MCU's heroes are completely unprepared. The Avengers are fractured, Thor is off-world, Doctor Strange is preoccupied with incursions, and the Fantastic Four are still inexperienced. Wanda's chaos magic reshapes battlefields, Tony's technology is decades more advanced, and Captain America's tactical genius dismantles the heroes' defenses. Earth 616 falls, its cities burning, and public trust in heroes is shattered. This victory destabilizes the multiverse, triggering incursions and the formation of Battleworld. At this crucial moment, Loki, now a multiversal guardian from his time at the TVA, intervenes. He doesn't fight the corrupted variants, but shows them the truth. He reveals Doom's manipulations, Cap has become the tyrant he fought against, Tony's quest for order has caused immense suffering, and Wanda's children would fear the monster she has become. This revelation breaks Doom's control, redeeming the variants and bringing them to Loki's side. The final battle on Battleworld sees a redeemed Tony building one last suit for the next generation, Captain America inspiring a multiversal alliance, and Wanda making an ultimate sacrifice to bind the collapsing realities. Doom, empowered with stolen cosmic abilities, is ultimately defeated by his own arrogance and the united front of heroes he once sought to control.